Well, welcome everyone. My name is Vincent Povey. I'm the warden and historian for RAF Blakehill Farm in Wiltshire. You're standing at the modern main gate, which is where the entrance to the modern nature reserve is placed. The object of today's recording is to provide you with an orientation of the site, to try and describe its use as a former airfield in the context of D-Day, Operation Market Garden, GCHQ, and its current use as a nature reserve. It's hoped that by the time you leave, you'll be able to appreciate the sacrifices made from this site, and perhaps when you come back, remember some of the facts that you learned today. As we do walk round, there's a couple of health and safety points to note. There will be farm traffic on the road as we go through. Some of the areas that you'll be walking are quite uneven and overgrown. Blakehill was never bombed, but if you do see anything made of metal sticking out of the ground, don't pull on it, because we don't quite know what it is. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be visiting some of the main sites that still exist on the ground, and what I'll be trying to do, because this is an audio recording, is I will be making sure that you orientate yourselves correctly so the presentation makes sense. We'll start off here at the information board, which is at the start of the tour. Up until 2016, there was very little historical information on the site. So a moment really just to talk about the information on the board that you see as you walk in, with the RAF ensign flying above it. This was a gift to the site by myself following the results of my work on the site, my historical investigations. It was a gift to the site from myself to the Wiltshire Wildlife Trust to really bring colour to the visitor experience. The entrance to the nature reserve that you're on at the moment is not the original entrance to the airfield. The main entrance to the airfield would have been accessed from the road, which is now on the Chelworth Industrial Estate. And as you stand and look at the main entrance board, that road is approximately 2 miles away to your left, and that is where the original entrance is. The original memorials are there as well to the Glider Pilot Regiment 437 Squadron and 233 Squadron, and that is where the wreath laying takes place every year. The track that we're standing on marks the outer edge of what became eventually a spectacle dispersal. A spectacle dispersal is where aircraft are parked in a dispersed formation across an airfield, as you probably know, and that's where they could safely park. And if you look, as you're looking at the board, if you look to your right, you will see, if the grass is low enough, you will actually see crop marks in the ground where these dispersal points were laid. To the right of us, where we are with the board, there was a general purpose hut originally and a latrine block, but the only surviving feature now is the water pipe, which is sticking out of the ground. We do have evidence of the RAF regiment headquarters being here somewhere, and these guys were operating the anti-aircraft guns around the site perimeter, so they would have been close to the road. Okay, so that's it really for the entrance board. It's fairly self-explanatory. It tells you a rough overview of the history of the site, and it also has photos of the key personnel, including Staff Sergeant Laurie Whedon of the Glider Pilot Regiment, who tragically we lost a year or two ago, who was very, very helpful in assisting me with the studies of the airfield, flying from this airfield both on D-Day and Market Garden. What we're going to do now is we're going to leave this site. We're going to go to waypoint number 1, which is the site of runway number 1 and the compass swing, and I can try and describe to you where the T2 hangars were.